It's almost 2026, and to celebrate, we're showing you all of the favorites of 2025. We're starting the countdown with number 10. Our 10th most popular recipe of 2025 is, drumroll please, Crock Pot Roast. You guys got it. You are loving this recipe. No seasoning packets required. And of course, so easy and maximum flavor. We are going to show you our top 10 recipes on our entire site, eatingonadime.com. So make sure you come back each day into the new year's, because chances are, if everyone else loved it, you're going to love it too. And to celebrate, we're going to take a blast from the past, because this recipe is an oldie but a goodie. And Carrie's going to show you how to make this in literally minutes.
Hey friends, it's Carrie here with eatingonadime.com, and today we're making the best crock pot roast recipe. Your crock pot does all the work. You can get the full recipe in the link in the description. Right? Okay, so first thing we're starting off is a 2 to 3 pound roast. Now, if you're going to do a bigger roast, you're going to want to double the seasonings, right? But any kind of roast will work. Chuck roast, round roast, rump roast, any kind of roast that you can find on sale. This will also work for a pork roast as well. Okay, so also, you do not need a special crock pot. I know that my crock pot looks like it's fancy, but you do not need a fancy crock pot at all. Any crock pot will work. Your grandma's crock pot will work. Every crock pot will work. Okay, so I got my roast already in my crock pot. We're going to add some onions quartered. The reason I quarter them is for my picky kids. They get the flavor of the onions, but they don't have to eat them. Okay. Just throwing this around the crock pot. Then we're going to do some potatoes. Normally I like to do like yellow potatoes, Yukon Gold potatoes. I really love the little potatoes because I just throw them in to make it even lazier. But I already had some russet potatoes, so that's what we're going to use today. I already peeled them, and then I'm going to quarter them and throw them in. You want them in there pretty big so they don't turn into mush as you're cooking it. Now, if you really like your potatoes more kind of firm than like soft potatoes, I prefer my roast potatoes really soft, almost like they're mashed, because I want to like smash them in with the gravy and make it delicious. But if you don't like that, go ahead and prep your vegetables, but don't add them in until halfway through. This one's pretty small, so I'm not going to quarter it. Then we need some carrots. I'm going to do a quick, like, what's this called? Quick peeling. And honestly, you don't even have to peel them if you don't want to. These are so soft and tender. Now you can add in any kind of green bean, or not green bean, sorry, any kind of vegetable that you want to add into this recipe, like green beans. Green beans would be amazing in this. Anything that you like in your roast, let me know. Also, some people like their roast with mashed potatoes, and sometimes we do that. So we just leave out the potatoes, and then I'll make mashed potatoes at the end of the day. You could also just cheat. Really, guys, if you want to make this super lazy, okay, use those baby potatoes that come in the bag. Just throw them in, and then use baby carrots and just throw them in, right? So you can make this recipe even lazier, because the hardest part right now is cutting up the vegetables. You could even do frozen onions to throw them in. So really, okay. Got that thrown in. Now we're going to do our seasonings. I forgot my seasoning spoon. We're going to need some minced garlic. How much? And you guys know I always like double garlic, what my recipe says. I love garlic. Me and garlic, we hang out. We're basically best friends. Some salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt. Any kind of salt will work. It's just my personal preference. Some pepper. Look, as you can see, these are very simple, easy ingredients. And then we're going to do Italian seasoning. This is all we need, friends. All we got to do is add some broth and dinner's done. Okay, I was out of broth, so I used some bouillons to mix up. 4 cups. We're going to pour this right on top. Don't try to completely cover your roast. I know when I was younger, I would try to I always felt like your crock pot needed to be completely filled to the top, to the brim with like broth to make like the best roast. You don't need to do that. 4 cups is plenty. That makes everything juicy, tender. It's not dried out and gives you enough broth to make a gravy right at the end, which is what everybody really wants because we want that meat shreddable and then we want a gravy at the end. Okay, so that's how easy this is. We're going to cook this on low for 8 to 10 hours. I like my roast completely shreddable. When I was a kid, we called it fall apart meat. So I want the meat to completely fall apart just to make it super tender. So I'm going to cook it longer than what you would normally cook a roast. You can cook it on high to save time, but I feel like low and slow is the way to go with a roast. You can cook it on high, but it's never quite as tender. Anyway, cooking it on high is not quite as tender. So I definitely don't recommend that. Now, how to make the gravy. The gravy is super easy, and we teach you completely how to do that in the recipe card on the full recipe on eatingonadime.com. But I'll just give you a quick rundown. Basically, all we do is we take some of the broth from the crock pot and we whisk in a cornstarch slurry. A cornstarch slurry is just cornstarch and water whisked together. You heat it on a stovetop and whisk it together to make a delicious gravy. It's super simple. It's very easy and it tastes amazing. So, okay, all you got to do is drop the word recipe below. We will send you the full recipe and also how to get our 31 days of Crocktober recipes. Okay, you guys have a great morning. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Remember, you can get the full recipe in the link in the description, and we have a link on how you can get our 31 days of free crock pot recipes. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any more of our family-friendly recipes. Bye, friends.
See, I told you, friends, super easy, and the flavor is unbelievable. Do not skip that gravy. Trust me on that. Don't forget, I have linked this recipe in the description below. If you can't find it, just Google Crock Pot Roast Eating on a Dime and it'll pull right up. We will see you tomorrow for recipe number 9. But until then, I want you guys to guess what it's gonna be in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I can't wait to hear what you think about this roast recipe, and I will see you next time.